Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to Stock Market Technical Analysis, live pre-market analysis on Wednesday, April the 21st, 2021. 4/21/21. Wow. Okay. So hopefully this is going to be the day to remember. We have a lot to go in. We are in just the very beginning of the earning season. It started last week. Yeah, the banks moved last week. We showed that to some of you this past weekend during the coaching session. But today is that first day where one of the big companies, uh, I mean, at least big company, yeah, relatively speaking, in terms of the impact on the overall indexes. So we will dissect that on here. The goal of this pre-market live trading pre-market analysis show is to be able to teach you how to take your trading to the next level. How exactly? We teach you strategies on here, successful tradings. We teach you techniques and nuances to get by in this treacherous market. Yes, the market is treacherous. Yes, I use that. But all of the other adjectives and adverbs that you would like to use toward the market. But I mean, the reason you and I were in it because at least if by now you don't believe that there's a way to consistently pull money out of the market, then my friend, ask yourself why. Yeah, so put that as a goal for you to say, okay, can you consistently uh, make money out of this market? For those with us here at Successful Trading, we have the so-called trade alerts of this week, for instance, yesterday I was featuring, I think I pasted on there that hey, our trade alerts, we have noticed something so far in 2021. It wasn't that obvious in 2020 because the market was, I mean, one direction or pretty for most of the 2020. So pretty much each week was just 10 baggers all over the place, right? So sometimes you hear that here in our marketing efforts, so-called marketing efforts, we use the word 10 bagger trading system. Well, why? Let's maybe talk a little bit about that here before we dive into this stock market technical analysis daily. I started on time today, so you see, for once, we have three concurrent viewers on there. Let me say, I can see at least two of them in the live chat. Mr. Joe, the one and only from Tampa Bay, Florida, folks. Yeah, he's proud of of that. He told us that yesterday, so we are not going to forget that anytime soon. And then Miss Jello, good morning to you from the East Coast as well. I don't know who the third one is. I mean, is YouTube counting me as a concurrent viewer as well? So there are three souls on here. Let's just make sure that as I'm ready to just go, for me, I can talk all day, right? So, uh, well, about the market, yeah. If you don't know me, most of the time I'm actually a very shy person. So let's be confirmed that the quality of the sound is acceptable. So before I just start rambling on and on, just to find out that oh, geez, nobody was actually able to understand the words that were coming out of my mouth. All right, so where were we going? Yes, we were saying that, oh, for us, we have noticed something on here that the week after earnings, the week after the monthly expiration take place in US stock options every third Friday of the month. So doesn't matter what day in terms of, yeah, just the third Friday of each month. So after that week, for us, we study a lot here. That's one thing that if you decide to be curious about what we do here, we will teach the heck out of you. Yeah, we want you to be very empowered with knowledge, and that will grow your confidence on how to go about tackling this market and profiting from it. So yes, that's what we do on here. So we go to the point where we study the behavior, well, obviously the performance. That's a given. But we go deeper than that. Okay, what happened on a week to week basis, and then we do correlation of the tap. Meaning we have a lot of data, empirical data, historical data to be able to tackle each and every day on this market. So we notice that our trade alerts, the stock in the average move per stock on a weekly basis like 8%. Yeah, no kidding, folks. Yeah, 8%. Since Since when? We started here in May, so we have been chatting that inside of our Discord room. Anybody can see that. I mean, the way we created video every single week on YouTube that nobody watches. People, even those who are curious, they will come and say, "Hey, could you give me your success rate?" That is published on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel that's called Successful Trading. Everything is there. So what we noticed quickly is that the week after monthly expiration, what happens? The average move per stock that we alert on, it's even higher. To the average so far in 2021 is 10.5%. So from 8% average move per stock to 10.5%. So I told that to traders who over this weekend, and so we are putting that to the test. This week is the third week, is the week following the third week of the month, and the monthly option expiration. Oh boy. But so far, after just 2 days, folks, is not disappointing, right? Because I can see, just based quickly on which that we shared yesterday. I mean, nobody's on here. We have 6 people. I mean, I'm not giving out secrets of anything. So I can take people to a stock called Penn. We alerted our trader on Friday on the 90 puts, and those went from 31 cents on Friday to over $5 yesterday they were trading. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at a screen capture yesterday. What time was it yesterday here? It was 7:26 Pacific time, so 10:26 Eastern. We had, because for us, we create a watch list of options that we track, right? So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Over 10 stock that were moving, the option were paying more than 40%. Again, this is where it's measured day from the previous close of the day to today. So meaning a stock like Penn, those 90 puts, yeah, yesterday the move may have just been 200% or 150 something percent, but compound that to which that happened on Monday. I was talking about it yesterday in pre-market. So for us, we were taking partial profit yesterday on those, but it was a straight up 10 bagger in just 2 days. So that's what we have seen on here, hence the so-called 10 bagger trading system. So if you happen to be a subscriber right now and you are under the sound of my voice, or you stumble onto this video and you are missing out on this trade, we need to talk. we need to talk, folks. Yeah. So plenty of money. Okay. Now, let me disclaimer here. Okay. Now, if you are, for whatever reason, you are not open to trading the direction that's moving, because yeah, I have to apologize. Most of those options that were paying us yesterday, they were puts. So I don't know how you feel about that, but for me, I feel great trading puts. I feel fantastic. I feel terrific. Yeah, yeah. There's a joke here. So afterwards, if you feel dirty trading puts, just take a lot of showers like I do. Yeah. All right, very good. So please, today is just Wednesday, right? So meaning again, for at least I see 6 viewers on here, 9 playbacks. Please do trade the successful trade alerts. That's the best thing you could do to yourself. And if you don't know how to trade it, we made a video. Or just schedule a one-on-one coaching session with me. I will teach you. I will take you step by step to say, hey, by simple instruction, if this is, we go A, B, C, D to do that. It seems obvious, but I wonder, right? I wonder. I have seen it all here. Over the span of, soon we're gonna have 1 year since we created this code channel. Oh boy, I'm ready to start writing my early autobiography on everything that I know. Actually, I think it could be a good read. I have come across a few traders and a few experiences. You have heard a few things. So I maybe I need to create more content. Not that I'm shy of on inspiration, but that definitely, if I decide to put that together, that's so. Please do not miss out on this. I mean, the fact that, oh, that's another story for another day. Okay, enough blah blah blah. It's currently about 6 a.m. Pacific time in Southern California. It is about, I think the time hasn't changed yet. It's 1 p.m. in London, where Mr. T say hi to us. Greetings to you, sir. Oh my goodness. I forgot about April the 20th. Oh my goodness. How did April the 20th go, Mr. T? I hope all is well to Miss Daisy. Happy belated birthday. Yeah, what was I thinking yesterday? I should have had that on there and then opened the show maybe with a song or something. That's fine. I'm not sure if Miss Daisy is watching in London, but it was her birthday yesterday. So happy belated birthday yesterday. All right, so yeah, so Mr. T, I'm not sure how. I mean, that's fine. Let's move on. So, what are we looking at in this morning stock market technical analysis? Because that was a lot of blah 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 for nothing. People like they want 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes of the time back. Yeah, maybe they do, but then again, so for us. We want to quickly take a look at a few of the opportunities. I have a lot of stocks. I've been watching pre-market for almost no, not almost. Over 2.5 hours. Yes. I wake up super early. Yeah. I wake up super early. But I mean, I do other things before just studying the market. So let's see on here. So let's start with the ETFs very quickly here. SPY, QQQ, IWM. SPY has option expiration today. This is the chart of SPY. Now, what am I seeing on here? Am I sharing the proper? Yes, let me make sure that I'm sharing the proper screen. Sorry about that. I'm seeing three candles that are posting lower lows. And yesterday we closed below exponential moving average 8, so meaning that it's not quite bearish yet, yeah, because it bounced slightly off of it. This morning, we are starting at 411.47, which is a mere one less than a point from where we were yesterday. The SPY was basically in range all day yesterday, between 411.25 and 412 something, yeah. So today, bearish movement is for SPY to be trading below 411. If that happens, then we will definitely get interested. But SPY has been tricky lately, really, really, really tricky. There's more money to be made on gaps, mostly gaps ups, yeah, overnight than during the day session. That is a little bit frustrating, but I mean, we have a strategy for that as well that we can employ. It's just that, I mean, for me, usually when a stock is not behaving as expected, I'd rather spend my time focusing on a stock that behaves. So we are going to be interested in SPY today because it has expiration, and let's see. The option were, especially the put, were a little bit expensive because this morning I tried to simulate from 212 412 rather to 409, which is 3 points away. Our standard 3 points. That's we have worked catalog on the blog successfultrading.com. We have an article on there how to make 100% on SPY. It has getting a lot of traction lately. I see a lot of, well, a lot. Even our websites, just like this YouTube channel, doesn't have that many viewers, but so visitors. So, but they were at like 40 cents. That's a little bit too much, yeah. I mean, typically we want to be able to get into option that costs less than 20 cents on this thing, and to see them go and trade at $1, $2, $1 something. Yeah, that's what. But we will be patient on here today on SPY because it's gonna be a wild day. I can guarantee you. Well, guarantee. I'm not sure about that, but Wednesdays are usually wild. QQQ, similar thing here. Yeah, we have a trend on here, folks. Yeah, do not miss on this early trend. If let's say by some here for me, I'm seeing okay, stock trading below the exponential moving average. That exponential moving average is a straight up looking slope. Now it has flattened and about to actually reverse. Well, I'm going to trade puts. Normally, that's the direction, right? That's so the bias on here is that the stock is gapping about 1 point. It's not that much influenced by the stock that has had anybody crying wolves or cheering since yesterday, depending on your side, which we're going to talk about shortly here in a couple of minutes. That's Netflix. So just stay tuned, folks. Don't think that I'm going to blah 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 so far. I'm not going to. Let me just give you a teaser. Stay tuned, folks. In the next 5 minutes, we will reveal a trade to you. No. Netflix had earnings. It gapped a lot. We love gaps. So let's see what we can do on Netflix in 5 minutes time on here. So this is the beginning of an early trend on here. Since last Friday, we had a top on there. Then Monday, we gapped down. Tuesday, we gapped down slightly. But we are posting a series of lower lows on both SPY and QQQ. Don't miss on that, folks. Yeah. Here's IWM. We talked about yesterday here in this show. Were you with us yesterday? if you were, congratulations, because we made good money yesterday, folks, on this, right? We did yesterday here at this very time. I think somebody looking like this guy. I don't know if he's good looking, but he said that, hey, if 219 thereabout was that support on the previous bounce off. So we say that, hey, if IWM goes below that, I bet it did. Not only did it go below that, it went all the way to 215.24. What did we trade? The 212 puts. They paid. I think the contract went from sub 40 cents to $1.31 or something. Not bad for a Tuesday, folks. Was it? Was it our best trade yesterday? Not quite. Not quite. IWM was only our third best trade yesterday because uh, we had to trade the successful trade alerts, right? The successful trade alerts, our best trade yesterday by a good margin was Pen. Yeah, those 90 puts, mucho grande. And then the second best trade yesterday was PDD puts. We have been waiting on those for a while on here. So here's IWM. I mean, by if you are looking at this chart and you wonder why potential direction, so what do we have in store on here? Well, we have to look left, right? Previous low on here, 213 and below. So this is gapping slightly down on here this morning. Let's see. Wow, Wednesday. The lower Bollinger in this case, for me, when I'm looking at this chart, the only question is, how soon this thing going to touch the lower Bollinger? 213.57. So that's but being Wednesday, you still have Thursday and Friday. Definitely you can use options that are more cheaper, so even all the way to the 208 207 puts on here if should the bearish trend continue. We have had the crossover of the EMA 8 below the EMA 20. I need to say less. Yeah. All right. So that's what's going on IWM. Just before I start talking about the gangster trade, we say hello to two other visitors. We have double digit people. We have double digit. I don't think Monday and Tuesday we have double digit viewers on here. And as I say that, it clicked from 11 to, I like that number, 211. 211 or 11 to, I don't know. And people have that 2 likes. We thank you. We appreciate your likes. Whoever is putting the likes on this thing, I don't know, but that has been happening. So we say hello to Beautiful Gates and Miss Festus. All right. Okay. That's about that regarding the ETFs. We say that, remember what we said, right? The premise we started on Monday and even over the weekend when we were doing our study is that we have seen a consistent increased volatility movement, meaning that stock moved more after the third week, the monthly option expiration. So that's in just 2 days, we have seen a proof of that on our trade alerts and also for the rest of the market. So today being Wednesday, Wednesday are usually known as Wild Wednesday. Why? Because it seems as if both directions provide opportunities. Both direction meaning there are only two directions in the market that we're interested in, puts or call. So we don't care much for sideways. Yeah, we want stock that are moving and that are moving fast. That's what we aim to teach you here how to benefit from. As such, we typically will go to FinViz. This is a tool here, a free tool. That's where we can come in pre-market, such as right now, and say, hey, give us the stock which are moving in either direction. So on the positive direction, in the bullish direction, TEDx positive, your choice of adjective. So EA Electronic Arts is a stock that I recognize plus 2%. Visio, nope, I'm not familiar with Visio that much. I don't. Trip Advisor at $48 up 1%. But typically on a day like this one, here's what we have talked about, right? During earnings season, we're in earnings season. You're gonna hear me say that over the next 4 weeks, over and over. So today before market open, which stock had earnings, and then yesterday after market close. Yeah, when you do that, here's what your outcome you will get. You will see that, hey, yeah, for me, all of these, Verizon, whatever. Why say Verizon, whatever? If you, that's an inside joke. If you could, those who know me could figure out why I say that. Netflix minus 8%. Money 8.31%. The stock yesterday, I studied this thing. I have a PhD in after hours on Netflix. Well, I have a PhD on earnings on Netflix. Because for us, we study stock here, a basket of stock, and we can tell you the past history, which help us predict the future. So it's called quant analysis. So I'm going to quickly go to Netflix on here and see. I mean, we don't condone really trading options consistently before earnings, because that's not a consistent winning strategy. We want to teach you consistent winning strategy. What we do, however, is that we will take a look at the day after, the second day after, and the third day after earnings to see if there is enough movement for you and I to benefit from. So here's Netflix over the last, since 2017 earnings. So while I'm on that, let me teach you. There's so many things. We have time. We have 10 minutes. Just our focus here over the next 10 minutes. Go call your friends. You say, hey, this guy is talking about a free trade. It's called a gangster trade on Netflix. Yeah. Go call your friends. Okay, get them over. I know some YouTuber. I think it was my office telling me there were people, I don't know, on Facebook Live or whatever. They will say, hey, I'm not gonna. Somebody's broadcasting something, a live show, right? And then they will say, I'm not going to say a word until I have X number of viewers. So I said, I cannot afford that if I say that on my YouTube channel. Nobody will show up. We never get to say anything. So more power to those who are out there in the world who can afford such techniques. So imagine me saying, okay, I'm not going to reveal this gangster trade on Netflix today unless we reach 25 concurrent viewers on YouTube. I'm sorry, I cannot even say that with a straight face. Okay, several things here before I need to cheat. I need to teach this. Okay, please somebody remind me tomorrow if you care to come to the show tomorrow. I need to teach you, if you are not familiar with the concept of proxy in earnings, meaning that instead of trading the company that has earning, you trade a company that's in the same industry. So let me give you a proxy for Netflix, for instance. It is Roku, one of them, or could even be Disney, but really Roku, because they so when you see movement on Netflix, like yesterday, Netflix had the earnings, fantastic financials, but I think they fell short to the forecast, the subscriber forecast. I don't care why the stock was moving down. The stock moved down. Within the first 10 minutes, it posted a low of 482. I want you to take those numbers into account. Yeah, because in the live trading today, when you know which that happened in after hours yesterday and in pre-market, you are better prepared to face which that's about to unveil, because it's going to be a wild ride on Netflix. Yeah, let me say that again. As I'm trying to go actually see the current price, the current price of Netflix. Yeah, okay, so Netflix currently at 505. That's about the highest that it has been since yesterday when it dropped to 482. So the range 482, 505, right? And has been stuck most of the time today at 505. It went to 505 about 2.5 hours ago. Then it went to 499 or 498. So it has been oscillating on the opening 10-15 minutes are going to be crazy wild. Crazy wild. We don't know the direction, but you and I, we tend to benefit. So proxy, Roku, we're gonna hear about that. Roku, it's a proxy to Netflix, so you can trade Roku as well. For me, I'm trading Netflix today. Yeah, I'm trading Netflix just because I'm trading Netflix, because this study that you're looking in front of you shows me is that on day one, day two, day three, there are opportunity on the downtrend. Unfortunately, I don't know. They haven't been really um, big. I mean, 2%, 3%, that's not bad. But the advantage is that this time we have 3 days, meaning we have today, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? So if we're able to get into puts and calls on here at a very cheap price, 10, 15 cents, the idea for us is to turn them into, to parlay them into something very beautiful by expiration on Friday. All right, so that's that. I just have one last thing to say. Hey, IBM has earning yesterday. With the other technique that we use on here is day one, day two, day three, meaning IBM had earning yesterday. Trading on that first day. Put it in your watch list, because movement is bound to continue. I mean, we want stock that are moving. Okay, So how are we gonna structure this trade on Netflix? First of all, let me see. Do we have 25 concurrent viewers? No, we don't have 25 concurrent viewers. So thank you everybody. I cannot give this trade. That's so that would be silly. Okay, I need to use that one day. I really, really need to use that. So the first thing that I can do, I can come on here on Netflix. Not that it matters. I really, personally, really trust me. I don't need that. I can look at the option chain and pick a strike price. I want to look at the ATR of Netflix. The recent ATR of Netflix has been about 14 $16. Okay, I'm gonna put this as $15. So ATR $15. For those of you who know what the ATR technique is, yeah, you pretty much get an idea right now. So we have 3 days of trading. So 15 times 3 equal 45. Yes, I went to math school. So $45 or thereabout, $45, $50 thereabout. So the current price of the stock being at 505, if you will, it gives us the range in both directions that we are going to structure our gangster trade around. If you don't know what a gangster trade is, how to structure it, well, my friend, that's fine. This is our invitation to you to somehow find your way at successfultrading.com and be ready to take your trading to the next level. Yeah. So 550 calls are what our starting points on the upside. On the downside, we are going to be looking at 450 puts. Yeah. So now I need to go to the option chain and see whether or not those actually are feasible in terms of our price range. If not, well, if not, it's not a big deal, right? We just want to pick strike price that corresponds to that. So yesterday, for instance, we know this much. The 450 puts, they were trading at 17 cents, 18 cents. So the stock now lost about 40. I mean, it's moving. You see how it's moving. If you ask me right now, when we have seen this, my bet is that Netflix here is gonna skyrocket on the first 15-minute candle. Yeah, meaning that calls are going to pay first because market makers do not want to pay on the puts on the downside because those puts. So that's my guess, and that's what I've seen yesterday from 5 p.m. Eastern time was 2 p.m. Pacific time when they start the conference call. Because again, the lowest that Netflix went yesterday was 482. It just started ramping up, ramping up, ramping up. So there could be some type of rally on here. How can we even be sure, not sure or certain, but we have seen that before. I can tell you that on July 16, 2018, Netflix gapped down minus 13% after earnings, then it rallied 10.97% during the day. Wouldn't we love that? We will love that. We will love that. So on here for us, we have let's find the strike price for the put first. So 17 cents for the 450. They are going to be more expensive than that. They're going to be more expensive than that. So in that case, then if we don't want to, I mean, you can pick those strike prices, just that they're gonna be more expensive. So we are going to target the 430. The 430, so let's say 430, 435, 440, and we want to get this for 10-15 cents. Yeah. Now, the interesting, so that's for the put side. Again, folks, if I do not have the time to write this in our Discord room, I don't want it, well, with the video here would be a proof that we did talk about this Ganser trade. So 430, 435, 440, and the reason I went away from 450 because I believe they will be a little bit more expensive. Yeah, we want to get super cheap thing here. Remember what's going to be happening. We are going to put this trade in before the market opens, so meaning that should the market maker decide to make Netflix spike, let's say, I don't know, 520 in that first 5 minutes, as if they want, the puts here are going to become super cheap. So today is actually one of those days. I will strongly encourage you to put in orders for 1 cent, 2 cents. Yeah, because you need to prove to yourself that's possible to buy contract at that price. So for me, I'm going to be doing that. So I will need all of the time that's in the pre-market on here. So that's on the put side. On the call side, so we said 550. The 550, if you look at them yesterday, geez, 550, that they were in the money, right? So look at this. Well, look at this. I'm not sharing that screen. I'm still sharing the quant analysis screen. The 550 calls yesterday, they were trading at $17. Oh my God. Yeah. So now Telex is going to say, hey, I want to be able to buy this for uh, 10, 15, 20 cents or thereabout. Yes, we want to do that. So let's go here. They may be slightly a bit more expensive. So let's use some strike price on here. So we are going to say 550, 560, 570. And since we have such a wide range, we definitely don't mess to overpay for this stuff, right? Because this stock here could just fizzle out, not do much today. But there's still tomorrow. Don't forget, there's still tomorrow and Friday. So we want to get these for 10 to 15 cents. So that's the structure of against the trade on Netflix on here. All right. So yeah, and as I say that, literally for me, I've seen this coming since yesterday, right? So if the market makers they are not taking call, they really want to just make sure that the puts don't pay for those who traded this and then by shooting it up very fast in the first 15 minutes. Now you and I, that's where we're gangster, right? Because we're going to be buying puts, super cheap puts on there. If we get a chance to get super cheap puts and then later on to start bringing this thing back down, we stand to benefit. That's the gangster strategy in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. All right, on that, I just have it two stocks that I want to leave you with. I mean, I just here's one of them, MU. The crossover happened yesterday, folks. Yeah, between the EMA 20 and the between the EMA 8 coming below the EMA 20. Yeah, that's significant. So over the next 3 days, I think the selling pressure can accelerate on MU. The target price, the exponential, the lower Bollinger Band. The lower Bollinger Band, they're currently at 80.25. What it has done that before. That's all I have to say. Yeah, we have shown this chart enough on other stocks. So let's see what happened there. Second stock that I want to lift to 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 bring to your attention is this one, Square. Not sure what's going on with Square, but yesterday it didn't move that much. Uh, It didn't move that much, so we will want